We're enjoying a brief period of starry nights and bright, cold, frosty days, and I've taken a couple of hours off work to come here to Eyebrook Reservoir to enjoy this brief spell of glorious winter weather before Storm Kira arrives this coming weekend. And looking out, there seems to be a good mix of bird life here. Cormorant dry their wings in the bright winter sunshine, and it looks like the most numerous species of wildfowl are widgeon. Some are out on the water, and some congregate at the frozen water's edge, and some leave the water to begin to graze. Other species out there are teal and mallard, but more interestingly, close by, I watch this pair of goldeneye. The male has been displaying and the female lays low in the water, a sign that she's ready to mate. Goldeneye are mainly winter visitors to the UK, and their breeding grounds range across North America, Canada, Scandinavia, the Baltic states and Russia, but there are a few that breed and nest in Scotland. With one last display of throwing his head back, the male mates with the female. During mating, the male holds the female's head in its beak, and the mating ritual ends with an elegant pirouette. Mating's over, but they certainly won't be nesting this far south. Looking down towards the northern inflow, I see lapwing in flight, and a mass of gulls, which look like mainly black-headed gulls, and in a field on the far side of the reservoir, some follow the plough. In a tree behind me, there are some feeders, providing extra welcome sustenance to long-tailed tit, blue tit, goldfinch, and great tit. On the ground below the feeders feeds this female chaffinch that seems to be suffering from the cold. She puffs out her feathers in an attempt to trap in body heat. Close by is a male that looks a lot healthier. To generate enough body heat to keep warm, she needs to find food, and there seems to be plenty of seed here and she's feeding, so hopefully she'll be okay. I decide to move further around the perimeter road. It really is a glorious winter day, not a cloud in the sky and not a breath of wind. I'm closer to the mass of gulls now, and a closer look reveals that they are mostly black-headed gulls. And then my attention is drawn to movement to my left. It's a stone chat. It looks like a male in winter plumage, and is constantly flitting from bush to bush. Another species of duck swims by. It's a male shoveler. I move on past lapwing, gulls, and a mix of wildfowl to the bridge at the northern inflow. The bridge is in the county of Rutland, but beyond the sign that used to say Leicestershire is the county of Leicestershire. There's not much to be seen from the bridge at the northern inflow, just a long line of gulls and lapwing, and further out, the mix of wildfowl. I'm drawn to the sound of a thin, reedy song coming from the uppermost branches of a close-by tree. It's one of Britain's smallest birds, the coal tit. There are no public hides here at Eyebrook, but there is this viewpoint, and on arrival I see movement in the grass. It's starlings, but I could have sworn I saw fieldfare, and indeed I did. there's just a few mixed in with a larger flock of starling. Also on view, a more lapwing. There's not much more to be seen from here, so I head back in the opposite direction, and despite the cold, there are signs of spring. In the hedges that skirt the perimeter road, dunnocks sing, and a lone feeder in a roadside tree is closely guarded by a feisty robin, but it doesn't stop the blue tits from moving in for the odd crafty feed. And then a few tree sparrows fly in, and it's always nice to see this sadly much declining bird. Well, that's the end of a very satisfying couple of hours here at Eyebrook in this glorious winter weather, and I'll leave you with a last look at the mating goldeneye. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.